This is Steve Ridgel, and I want to talk a little bit today about something that, worries a lot of Christian parents. When you have children that are away from the Lord or not faithful to the Lord, children living in rebellion to the Lord, and that stresses parents. Now, that can be for a number of reasons. You could have raised your kids in a Christian home, and after they grew up, they made choices that took them away from Jesus. Your home may not have been a Christian home when your kids were growing up, and so they never had a chance to learn Jesus, and now you wish they could. It may be that when you were raising your children, you didn't always have your act together. And it may be that you were busy with other things and didn't really teach them and train them about Jesus. It may be that sin in your life spilled over on your kids and gave them a negative attitude. You could have been in a really unhealthy church that hurt your kids. You could have sinned against your kids. There's a lot of reasons why your kids may be away from Jesus. But if you are a parent that is trying to follow Jesus and your kids are not, that's really stressful. And so I just want to make a few suggestions that may help you with that whole thing. And number one, you can't go back and change the past. You can't re-raise them. You can't go back and do things differently because what's done is done. The past is the past. Now, I want to be real clear here. You can be forgiven for your past. Neglect, abuse, whatever it was, you can be forgiven for that. As can other people that may have hurt your kids. But still, the fact remains, you can't go back and redo the past. But here's what you can do and you are forgiven, but here's what you can do going forward. Number one, pray. Pray every day for your kids, every day, multiple times a day. Pray for them to find Jesus. Pray for God to draw them to Jesus. Pray for their hearts to turn to Jesus. I can't tell you how many parents and grandparents I pray with almost every Sunday who are praying for their kids or their grandkids to find Jesus, come to Jesus, come back to Jesus, whatever it is. Number two, you can, starting right now, live the example you wish you had always lived in front of them. If you weren't a faithful Christian, if you became a Christian after your kids were grown, it's okay to maybe write a letter or maybe do a video and send to them that says, here's what I decided to do and here's why. Maybe that will influence them. Maybe if you never went to church and they were growing up and now you go to church all the time, and even when they come to visit, if they say, I don't want to go, you say, okay, but I am, and you go to church. Start living your life the way you wish you had always lived it in front of them. Maybe they see that example. A third thing you can do, when it's appropriate, you can ask forgiveness, say you're sorry, apologize. That can range all the way from a sit down, I did this and I know it was wrong and I should not have, and I'm asking you to forgive me, all the way to little comments that indicate that. Things like, yeah, I wish I had done better. Yeah, I wish I had done this. Yep, I wish I hadn't done that. I'm really trying to do better going forward. I wish I'd been a better dad, father, mom, whatever it is. I wish I had done. I wish I could have. I'm trying to do better now. Those kind of things, those statements matter. And then finally, one of the things you can really pray for about your kids, pray that God will put somebody in their life that will show them Jesus. It may not can be you anymore. You may not be around them enough. There may be too much baggage there. But pray for God to put someone in their life who will do for your kids what many of you are doing for other people's kids. Put somebody in their life that will help them see Jesus. So, this is Steve Ridgel, counting my blessings and just trying to give you a few suggestions that may help you with your kiddos.